Why won't you haunt me? Anne was already dead when I arrived. Not really. Not legally. But in every way that counted. The machines were keeping her breathing, and her mother had told me earlier they were pulling the plug on Tuesday. God, I hate that phrase. Like she's just a lamp in the corner that needs to be unplugged. Anne and I had been friends for 15 years. We weren't lovers. We weren't family. But we were the same kind of wired. The weird ones. The horror nerds. The ones who laughed hardest at bad movies and could quote Mystery Science Theater 3000 until our throats were raw. Now she was lying there, as still as a doll someone forgot, and all I could think was one thing, repeatedly: why didn't I ever tell her I loved her? It was too late. I took her hand. Cold. Empty. Whoever Anne was, she wasn't in that body anymore. Her mother's tears overflowed, washing down her cheeks in torrents. She talked about you, she sobbed. She did? Yes. She liked you. Those words hurt worse than any silence ever could. It would have stung less if she'd said Anne never mentioned me at all. At least then I could have believed there was no chance. Now I knew the truth. The door was open and I never went through it. When is the wake? I asked. There won't be one. It was in her will. No funeral. No religious services. What's going to happen to her? Cremation, her mother choked out between sobs. It made sense. Anne hated religion. She used to say funerals were for the living, not the dead. My head understood, but my heart rebelled. We'd made a living mocking ghost hunters and debunking hauntings. We called people who tried to find evidence of an afterlife sad and weak. Now I felt both of those things. Context is everything. Never had I wanted all those things I worked to dispel to be true. I craved it. And then I felt her finger twitch in my hand. Anne, I said. Anne. She moved, her finger moved, I told her mother. That's just a reflex, someone said from behind me. I turned around. Dr. Hennedy, the neurologist, was in the doorway. The soles of his shoes were squeaking on the tile floor. He was expressionless. Too expressionless. I'm sorry, he said. Her mind isn't working anymore. I knew rationally that the doctor was correct. But I didn't want to hear rational. I wanted something else. Anything else. A sign. He asked me to step outside so he could talk to her mother alone. I went, but I didn't want to. It was the last time I would see Anne's body. And it wasn't long enough. I couldn't accept silence. I had to tell her how I felt. I had to know if she felt the same way. I didn't know how I would do that yet. But I knew where to begin. The people we used to mock. The ones we used to call frauds and fools. I just hope they'll forgive me.